Well, John, tough afternoon at the office.
Yeah, completely unacceptable performance from us today. As proud as I was of our performance last week at Salisbury, um, yeah, incredibly disappointed with us from start to finish. To be honest, today we were nowhere near it. Merthyr played very well. Clearly the better side on the day.
Anything you can put your finger on?
Um, I mean, we had players missing today, and I'm not going to use that as an excuse for the performance, but I think what I will mention is I think some of our players today, that was in their minds, that we had some big personalities, some big characters missing today. So as a man, I'm not using that as an excuse. I think the 11 that I put out, I felt were good enough to get a result here today. That didn't prove to be the case. I think we lacked a little bit of personality as a team today, and there's a lot of question marks today against a lot of our players. Like I said, last week I thought we were excellent. We've had a good pre-season, and that for me has come out of nowhere a little bit, if I'm honest.
So, just to put a question to you, was it that Merthyr were good, or was it that we were poor, or a bit of a combination of both?
It was both. They were better than us all over the pitch. They were sharper. They were brighter. I thought there wasn't much in the early stages of the game. I was disappointed with the first goal. The lad, a great finish, obviously, from the lad. But we had men back behind the ball, and no one really got out to close him down. And he's bent it in the far corner. Great finish. Biggest disappointment really was the second goal. Just a straight ball over the top that we didn't deal with. It had happened a couple of times previous to that. We looked shaky with that long ball over the top. You know, we have got two of our back three have missed a lot of football in pre-season, and we had to throw them both in today. And we were probably caught a little bit short there today, to be honest, in terms of sharpness defensively. Yeah, it was really soft defending that gave them the penalty, and I think then you go in at 2-0 rather than 1-0. We changed shape at 2-0. It briefly seemed to help us. We went to a back four. We just tried to match them up a bit more. But it was more there. It wasn't about shape. We didn't lose this game because of shape today. We lost the game because of some poor individual performances, and there was we were a little bit flat today. And I can't quite. We just had an inquest in there. Obviously, there's some bits said that obviously will stay between us, but yeah, massively disappointing. And I think when it went 5-0 after an hour, roughly, it could have been worse. You know, I think they eased up a little. We certainly tried not to concede any more. You can't win the game at that point, but yeah, I was fearing worse, to be honest, after an hour, which is yeah, not good, not good. Second game of the season to be that vulnerable here, really disappointing.
Were there any positives you took? Was there any heart or anything that you took out that final half hour, particularly when you've gone 5-0 down? Obviously, not to concede further.
No, not really, to be honest. I didn't see many positives. There was some strong words said at half time to try and get a reaction, and then 15 minutes into the second half, you've conceded 3 more goals. So that clearly didn't jolt us into action, and that's a concern. It's a concern that we didn't respond to that.
Did you learn anything today?
Yeah, there's lots we learned, lots that they will have learned, lots of lessons we've just pointed out. You know, we haven't just gone in there at the end and shouted and screamed. We've gone in there, obviously very disappointed, and let them know that. But we've also made some learning points, given them some learning points that things you do at 3, 4, 5-0, things you don't do, and we didn't play with our heads in the second half.
You've now got an opportunity.
Yeah, that's probably the only positive.
Yeah.
Probably the only positive that we've got a game Tuesday. We'll have players coming back into the squad. You know, I wanted to make it hard for those players to get back in the team. And for some players, it was their opportunity to stake a claim today, and no one's really done that. So I'll start with a blank sheet of paper for Tuesday, and we'll see what we go with. Yeah, we need a reaction. It'll be a difficult game. Hendon have got 4 points. They had a good draw down at Poole today. They won last week, so they'll come here full of confidence, and obviously we'll come here. Well, we'll leave here tonight with our tails between our legs. I think the important thing is we don't turn up that way Tuesday. We need to see a reaction Tuesday. So I'm very interested to see what we get from our boys Tuesday now.
Yeah, and how important is it then on Tuesday to get something from the game, be that a point, be that ideally 3?
What do you need? First and foremost, I want I want a performance I can be proud of, like I was last week. This time last week we were rightfully so complaining about officials costing us points, but I came away with a real pride in how we performed, and I felt we looked a really good side last week, and today was a million miles off it. So first and foremost, we get some pride back Tuesday. We put in a proper performance, and you can never guarantee results in this game. Of course, we want that win, but first and foremost, we get the performance right.
Perfect. Well, thanks ever so much for your time, John, after what
Okay.
was a difficult afternoon. Enjoy, if that can be the right word, the rest of your weekend, and good luck on Tuesday.
Thank you.